Is hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Carry here for Joe Mixon.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young
in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and
so that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Greg Stroman back deep waiting for it. And taken right at the 35. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at the 45. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
He was tackled at the 46.
Von Bell up to make the tackle.
1-yard gain. Brings up
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he finds McLaurin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st down, Smith slings this deep from McLaurin. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3rd and 2, Smith. This is brought in by Gibson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Smith on 1st down.
And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. He's at the 50. The 40. Bring it. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
Now Burrow loses the football.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that,
no, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Smith. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line.
Now Burrow. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
This will be caught at about the 5. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's 4th down and goal.
We're scoreless after 1.
End of the first quarter with no score.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. They are, however, facing 4th down. Bullock's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now, that last pass, CD, he just added another notch to the old belt. What a career it's been. He's over 35,000 career passing yards now.
And when you say that number, over 35,000 yards, how many people have done that prior to him?
Right around 30.
Well, that's a pretty good number. Now you're into a membership that means you've done a heck of a job in this league for a decent amount of time. You're recognized as one of the better players. I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day.
From the 50, it's Smith. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Out of the gun, Smith. And his throw is incomplete. Steven Sims, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Cut 19. Cut 19. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
To throw on 3rd down. Smith. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
It's now 4th down.
So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins.
27-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, A 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Now, Bengals on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Dancing to his left. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They go play action with Burrow. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Mixon hit, and the ball is out.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Coming up on 3 minutes left in the half in a 3-3 ball game. Just a pair of field goals to this point. Smith. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Smith. That one caught by Gibson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Antonio Gandy Golden that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And 10.
To throw again. Smith. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? 2nd down and goal. Smith looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And Washington has taken the lead.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Burrow. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
But it brings up.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it?
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They only get 4, but the fake punt worked. And gets him a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he coughed it up.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Burrow will throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 6.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Burrow looking to pass. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And he's going to go down again.
Chase Young
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. This is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On first down, here's Love. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Smith. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. Touchdown, Washington. Jeremy Sprinkle His second touchdown on the season.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Ball carrier.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Complete to
all defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Smith. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
complete.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. On 1st down, Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
A gain of 15.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but
First down,
there are times
Bengals.
this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one good carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
Yards to go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Flushed out right.
Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. 20! Touchdown, Washington! Steven Sims Jr., his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Bengals 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Bengal ball carrier.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Reuben Foster.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
Now 2nd and 6. At the 42-yard line.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
23.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively.
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Complete to number 18.
A.J. Green with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals, if they can convert the extra point, will have the lead. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy.
Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now a play fake here on first down. Off to Thomas on the left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first down, it's Love. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of
scrimmage. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. Open man here, Sims complete. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. A huge play there for Washington. 45 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the RPO, that's complete right side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 16, Walker is from caught right around the 6. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. If you don't get the boards, you think you won't get this? No, check. No, check. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. To the air again, Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Burrow now. A big spot for the Heisman Trophy winner. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Boyd. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Second and 2 at the 30-yard line.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Joe Mixon.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Down.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get your reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And able to find Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his running back, Mixon. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
2nd and 10. Here we go with Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. The young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
Earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. They will run it. It's McKissick. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
At the 5-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
And 7.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Here's Love again. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Good stuff. Keep doing it.
Down to a knee. Here goes Smith, and that should all but do it.
The keeper. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
So it's Washington getting the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Washington,
it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.